Hello farmers, and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany inside the cow barn, where I actually got the automatic water system put on in. Fit in here nicely if you're trying to figure out how to get it in here. And it's funny how my brain works a little bit better when I'm not recording myself, I suppose. If I open the door here, you could easily, as long as you're sitting outside the cow barn, you could view in there and place it right in there. So now we got 1 billion liters of water for the cows. They should be all set. So I did get asked on Discord, what happens when you run out of water? It's going to take a lot of tanks to refill the water reservoir. First of all, it's 1 billion liters of water. And second of all, I would just sell the original one, and for $5,000, buy another one if you do happen to run out of water. So there is that. Let's close these gates on up. I did notice when I was checking out the cow stats that we actually have newborns running around here. I think we got 3 newborn calves running around. So they're going to be a nice addition to the family. Eventually, of course, we'll get ourselves a little bit more milk once they grow on up. Actually, I don't know if they're male or female. I did not check on that. Cow, female, 3 of them. Do I have... I do got one... No, that's a female as well. Wait, yeah, calf. Oh, we do have 2 male calves. So we'll have to figure out what to do with them when they get older. We'll sell them maybe when they get older, beefier. We'll go ahead and sell them on out. So there is that small issue fixed with at least the automatic water dispenser system. We got that into the cow barn. We've already done it for the sheep. I've been over to the vineyard, and I got the vineyard on the hill. I got those vines pruned, so we got that taken care of. Other things I checked out in between episodes. We'll get to the plowing here in just a moment, which we did finish. But if you remember, we got these little pieces that were left into the ground, and I couldn't get rid of them. Yeah, well, since we're here, let's go over it. So what you want to do is go into construction mode, and I would assume this is going to work on most any maps. But if you go into construction zone, I tried first, if you go into landscaping, first I tried painting the ground and then replowing it. That didn't work. What is working is if I go into plants and put down a plant, I've done here and everywhere else where there was that shrubbery. Now if I plow, and of course allowed to create fields, that'll get rid of this plant, and it will get rid of what's underneath it. It overwrites it, so all the other strips of vegetation we had down are now gone. We'll have to finish that strip up in a moment. As for the olives, so I spent about 5-10 minutes trying to delete on my test map these olives. I bought the land, sold the land, tried it both ways, didn't matter, and I thought, maybe I'm just doing it wrong. So then I thought, well, how about on my test map, I put down a small patch of olive bushes here, and I deleted those, no problem whatsoever. Deleted them just as fast as the grapes. But when I come back over to these, the ones that are on the map when you load the game in, those won't sell. So, yeah, these may have to stay there. But if I were to put olives down, I could delete them just as easy as I did as the grapevines. So I suppose those olives are going to have to stay there unless someone's got a solution, but yeah, at least for here, they're going to stay there. So let's go ahead and get rid of these lovely little flowers I put down. I think I still got this on to allow to create fields. So at least now we don't have that vegetation down. I wonder if that vegetation would let me plant if I wanted to. Have no idea. I have also updated the realistic damage repair system as well. And I was reading some information on the Get It Hub. They are going to implement to where they're going to implement where the implements will get damage as well along the way. Now, I don't know how old of a one I have, but now it says you got to repair the implements as you would in the base game. But I think when we went to here, I had no damage on my equipment. Let's see, we've just been using the plow, so is there any damage on that? 0. So, yeah, I don't know. But like I said, I had an old version of it. I think it was like at 0.9.1, and now it's at 0.9.4. But either way, we'll just keep on using it because I do like the way the repair system works. At least with the tractors anyways. If I don't have to repair my implements, it's not really a game changer for us here now, is it? No, I don't think so. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the plow away, and I put it into this shed right here, because I think it's the only place I can put it. So my money did go down by about 20 grand because I don't have the free landscaping tool on, so I had to pay for those flowers I put down. I paid for those, and then of course I paid 5 grand for the automatic water dispenser system for the cow barn. And I don't know, but we're down to 61,000 anyways. That's okay, because we should have some things to sell moving forward here. But the small issue is I'm not going to have my truck until tomorrow morning. Now, this is the other thing I did notice now, at least with the the realistic damage system. If I get into the truck, before I don't remember seeing this, but now if you look at the bottom of the help menu, it says maintenance completed in 1 day at 10:35 o'clock. So 10:35 in the morning should be done. I think before it said maintenance complete at 10:35, but now it says maintenance complete in 1 day at. So I think there's a timer on it now. It tells you, well, there's 1 more day left to go. So that's kind of good. All right. So the one thing we need to finish up today, or it's not going to take us long, really. We're going to jump into the 130 New Holland. It is the 130. Yep, 130 New Holland. Let's fire this up. This probably needs to be repaired as well. Current damage is 4. So all the, it says current inspection needs to be done in 12 months. I think it's because I updated the mod. It's going to reset probably that. They've all been inspected, which they have not been for a while. But as long as we know there's damage to it, I guess that's the main thing. So the grass field needs to be fertilized. We'll get this done here in a matter of seconds. So this will be all set to go in the springtime. But overall, I think we're set to just get on through the rest of winter. Maybe sell some products if the money gets too low. And it's going to. We're going to lose $20,000 a month. Currently. Even though we have paid off a little bit of the loan, we're going to lose a little bit. It happens. But we'll be fine. We got products that are being made. And I will check the market page here every month just to see if there's a really good price somewhere on something. What I am finding out, and I've mentioned this before, at least with the premium edition of the vegetables and the production buildings, that price does not fluctuate that much. Yes, there's a high and a low, but it seems to be overall relatively almost the same. I think every month we look at our stock market page that those vegetable products are pretty much in the green, meaning it's a good price. Try not to get any fertilizer in the field next to us because when I go to... That's right. Never mind. Nope. We don't have precision farming turned on. Doesn't matter. All right. Yeah, you can see I'm so used to precision farming. I was like, yeah, that's going to screw up the fertilizing on that field. It will add a layer, and eventually when I reach my 2 layers, it'll stop fertilizing. Doesn't matter. Tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and inspect the New Holland 130. So Control J, start inspection, yes, and that will take about an hour. So let's go ahead and we'll just fast forward the hour. Now technically I don't have to inspect it. I can just go ahead and repair the damages, but I might find more damages if you inspect it. So let's go ahead. That should be far enough, I do believe. And now if I jump back in, okay, and then we'll do Control J. And 4 damages, we'll repair damages altogether. Yes. And that'll be complete in 1 day at 9:30 in the morning, which is fine by me, because I don't need that for anything. I wonder if I should bring the Lamborghini over as well and get that done. I don't think I need this for anything. Ooh, this has got 7 damage on it. Yikes. That is so bad, I may not even get down. I may not even get down to... Well, I mean, I can always bring the repair pallet up to where I am at. Yeah, we saw the realistic damage repair system really show the difference in the game a little bit. Last episode, our truck, right there, in case you missed it, we were going down the road and it stalled and quit. Because, well, you know, it was badly damaged. Well, so to say yes, so we got to Good thing is, I think it only takes 1 hour to inspect no matter what you do. So it doesn't matter how long it's been since an inspection. It takes an hour. And since we are technically done this month, it's just better off to go ahead and fix everything. 7 damages. This is going to take a while to repair. Yes, start anyways. 1 day. So it's going to take almost a full 24 hours or a full month to repair that. Once you start it up to repair, I'm hitting to start the engine, and the engine's like, nope. The mechanic's like, no, you can't do anything with that whatsoever. Everything else, I'm just going to leave outside. It'll be fine. Okay, so I need to double check on the animals because, yeah, I've been doing so many things. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. So they are fine on food. They're only using 2,000 liters per month. So they are good for about 8 or 9 months because they're going to be reproducing. And the cows are doing 10,000 liters a month. So they're good for, we'll just say, half a year, give or take. And they are reproducing milk. As for the manure and slurry, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. Our BGA just doesn't go through it as fast as I would like. But then again, I think it's only a 50 kilowatt BGA. Does it say on here how big the BGA is? It just says biogas. Oh, yeah, it does. 50 kilowatt per hour. If we go on down, I don't really want to buy this one, but maybe in the distant future when the money is rolling in. I think it said 1 million. I think it says 1 million on the map, does it not? Yeah, 1 million watt. So that is a big difference, and I don't remember where the trigger is, but I think it's $1 million for this place. Yeah, so right now we're gonna have to skip on that. Anywho, let's go ahead. Not well water. Where's the farmhouse? There we are. December. So going to January, I say we sleep till 9 because it's still going to be kind of a little bit dusky at 8 o'clock in the morning. I do see it snowing out. So the grass field's all set. All of our fields that need to be planted better be planted because, well, we have gone through a month. Have I lost as much money? 47? I think I only lost like 12,000. But we do have snow on the ground, so winter is here. Let's go ahead and check on the market page. Silage we don't care about because we make that to TMR. So butter and cheese, that is saying October. I thought January was a good time, which the price is green. I don't really have a whole lot to sell, so maybe we'll just wait onto it for a year. Potato chips are pretty good at the restaurant. And maybe I could bring all this stuff to the restaurant just to bring a little bit of cash in. But I think I'm going to just hold on to that and just let it pile up. Then we'll go ahead and sell it at a good time. Next month, though, we will be selling the grape juice. Now, I don't want to sell the raisins if I can help it. Because the raisins, I think, are... the current value I'd get would be 14,814. And I could get 17,000 for them. So when I go up there with the auto loader, it's going to be kind of difficult to pick up everything but the raisins. I'm not going to do anything today, but I am coming over here to the dairy production because I am kind of curious, where does this stuff spawn? In here? Where's the stuff spawn at? Bueller? It says I got butter and cheese in stock. I have no idea where it's supposed to spawn at. I mean, interactive zone markers are not going to help me at all because the stuff should be there. Did I look right at it and not see it? Is it around this corner? Don't tell me it's in this corner. Oh, okay. I think I was supposed to open the door and I picked up a pallet. It's inside. How do you... I don't want to pick up object. Throw object. Is there like a door opener somewhere? Okay, so it's inside those doors, but I'm trying to find a way to open the door. and not pick up the object. Okay, even with super strength, I can't bring it through the door. So even if I wanted to sell, well, I think if I brought the autoloader over, it would bring it over. I don't want to pick up object. I don't want to throw object, but I'm looking for. How about if maybe I should turn super strength off, and maybe they're both too close together. There they are. Super strength is overriding the open gates. All right, so we'll just open up the gates. We'll leave them open. That way we don't have to deal with that. So now if I were to turn, if I were to turn super strength back on. Yeah, super strength was triggering to pick up the pallet before it allowed me to open up the gate. All right, problem solved. Let's leave the gates open. I don't think no one's going to steal our butter and our cheese. It will stay right there. So, am I done for the month? Do I really want to be doing anything? I personally don't think so. No farm work should be done with snow on the ground. So even if I mean, technically, I probably could go ahead and sell something. Not sell something. Work like on the vineyard where I could plow the between the vines. We will not do that. So I think we just go ahead and zip on through the month of January. No one wants to work in January in the farming lifestyle. I am going to turn the interactive zone markers back off. Yeah, we can sleep till 9. I mean, it's February. Don't need to get up too early, I suppose. We do see it snowing again, so we can have multiple layers on the ground. So down to 32,000. So we're not really losing. We're losing like 15 grand a month now at this point, it seems like. Which is better than what we were doing before. All right. So, yes, the juice needs to sell in Zero and Farmers. Well, I know where the 0 km shop is, so we'll probably just bring it to there. And the red grape juice and the white grape juice, if we combine that together, it's like 40. It's like 50 grand right there, so that's pretty darn good. Wait, flowers? How am I getting flowers? Does one of my greenhouses on flowers? I don't remember doing that. Candy is in June. All right, so we should be selling candy until June time. We have gone through all the slurry. I really need to use my tanker and bring the slurry over. I'm pretty sure the cows got a good amount there. We're still making butter and cheese. We are through all the oil, so we'll deactivate that. Sugar, we are still not much left, but yep, there's that. We are out of honey at the candy shop, it appears, but that's not that big of a deal because the sugar can go everywhere else. Clothing, we do have a little bit of cotton left. I can bring some wool down. Parsnips, we are out of parsnips, so let's deactivate that. And potato chips, we are out of potatoes. So we'll just deactivate that and deactivate that. And grass silage, we can deactivate that as well. All right, so it looks like I'm using my truck today for the most part. A lot of stuff I think my tanker and the low boy are all down. There we go. Now the truck is all set. I think the low boy and the tanker are all down at production lane. So let's go grab the tanker first of all. And we'll grab all the slurry that we can from the cow barn. Since now I don't really need a tanker. Let's see, the only thing I need a tanker for is to give... Well, no, two things. Deliver milk and bring water to the candy shop. And I don't think we got that much milk currently. So if I don't empty out the tanker with the slurry, it's not that big of a deal. All right. Thought I'd be close enough, but apparently not. All right, let's go grab some slurry from the cow barn. So March will be a busy month for darn sure. We got a lot of planting to do. Although with our planter, it won't take long. Oh, I do need to bring the planter. I need to customize the planter is what I need to do. And I think I was going to put down just a regular toolbox, which is rather cheap. So I can at least customize the planter so it can roll and mulch as it plants. Sounds kind of weird. It's only going to cost me like a couple grand, I do believe. Let's open up the vents on the tank so we can fill up with slurry. While we're filling up, how much slurry? Well, I can't see here. Only 13,000 liters of milk. And I think the BGA holds only 30,000 liters of slurry. I don't think I'll get a full tanker, but I might be surprised here. Okay, so 42. So we'll get some money back on this. Yeah, in the long run, once we get more cows, we're going to get more slurry. Duh. But our BGA is not going to be able to keep up with it. So, yeah, I'm going to keep saying this for a while now. Until we actually get the money situation back under control, I could buy ourselves like a slurry tanker to spread slurry on the ground. So instead of using, artificial fertilizer, we could use that. I think that'll be a better option than buying a $1 million BGA plant just to make a little bit of extra cash on energy and methane. I don't think I'll ever get my money back on selling the product that much faster for $1 million. I almost backed up the ramp. That's what when I first started backing up, that's what I was doing. I was like, let's back up the ramp. No, we don't need to. All right, let's go ahead and turn that on. BGA slurry, that is already on. I think it's going to max out at 30. Yes, it will. All right, we'll drop the tanker off there. So as of right now, if I can keep up with the slurry and put it in there like daily, that'll help us out instead of having a huge backlog. Or just buy a second tanker, because those tankers are not that expensive. I think like 28 grand, and I can have one for slurry and then have one for milk. All right, I thought my low loader... Oh, it's right there. I'm looking right at it. So I didn't put in the shed. That's right, because last time the truck kept stalling out on us, and I was just trying to save time from backing into his shed. Alright, so now I need to travel all the way over to the vineyard. Like, it's a long journey. Yes, we're going to bring it to the 0KM shop, which I know where that is. Let's see, my route that I want to take. Well, spin around. I think I'm going to travel down past the shop that's on the map, then cut across the forest area, and then go up to the vineyard. And then I'll figure out I don't want to be grabbing the raisins, so I'll probably just I'll probably just move the raisins aside and just get all of the grapes. This is not my field, so I'm going to drive through it. I'll see you over at the vineyard. Can I get this truck in there? I think I've done it before. It's going to be a tight squeeze in there, but I think we'll manage. Oh, that's right. I need to plow this cotton field at some point, too. Well, that is a good route to take. Didn't take me long at all to get here. But I am going to swing wide to get up to our vineyard. We should be able to get up here A-okay. Turning around up here would be a different thing. Yeah, so you can see the vines right there. They've all been pruned. So now we just need to subsoil all the vines except for the one that the worker did last time. Round and round we go. I'm going to try to get my truck facing the right direction. Actually, it'd probably be easy if I just come out here and then turn it around out here. So, are these the raisins here? Yeah, raisins. We'll start piling them up over here. Yes, it gets laggy when you get near the auto loader on the side of it. Too bad I just can't say what products I do want to pick up. And you know what? I'll start piling these over here as well. I do have that on storing, right? But I think it's still going to spawn them anyways. Storing, storing, storing. Yeah, I kind of wish it would not do that. Raisin, raisin, raisin. What does the pomace... Oh, I think I get the pomace out of here. Yeah, I got to bring like a trailer up here to get the pomace out of there. Alright, well, it seems like we got a lot of raisins. All the raisins are spawning. So it's just the grape juice that's left. Okay, why can't you load container type all? Full only? We'll just put any. Wait, are you telling me you can't pick these up? Let me put the... Maybe they're too far? Well, I did learn something for future reference. I did not know that this could do this, but if you look at the very bottom of the help menu in the upper left-hand corner, all the way down there, if I press Y, you can actually load by material type. So I could have left the raisins there. But even though it shows the grape juice... Load area is full. Unable to load any more items. Alright, load area should not be full. Well, not really sure why it won't auto-load, but that's fine. We don't actually have that many, so excuse me as I pick these up like this. It's all good. I mean, I could bring down our telehandler, but then I'll just keep driving that back and forth all the time. So, in the meantime... But that, I did learn something. I can change the... I can actually change what I can auto-load on to the trailers, which I did not know. So if you're at a production building and you don't want to leave one product but pick up others, you can just say... load this only, please. Don't know how many more pallets we got. Oh, these are only 325 liters a piece. Okay, so I may actually have more here than I thought. So, okay. I'm so you just think everything's gonna be 1,000 liters, and then you find out no, it's not. All right, we got plenty of room up here for some more stuff. Just one more barrel. Or, okay, more barrels. Well, I got a lot of barrels out there. And I still got 12,000 liters of red grape juice and some more white grape juice to load on up. It's not going to all fit on there, so we're going to strap that stuff in. And we're going to take it and sell it and have to come back and get the rest. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot liter-wise for juice to sell. I mean, we could have made the barrels 1,000 liters apiece, and that would have reduced. Maybe they're just trying to make it look like a lot because it doesn't produce a lot. So let's make it look like there's a lot of barrels. I mean, there's a lot of barrels. That is for darn sure. Now, I do wish the auto. I thought, yeah, we don't need the auto loader. It's not going to be that many barrels here. At 300 and some odd liters per barrel. And we had about 30,000 liters. Even then, that seems like I got more barrels here than I should. And the worst part was I kept trying to put the straps on, but every time I went to load another barrel, the autoloader would take the straps off. So there's that. Yeah, I don't expect I'm going to tip over anything. Well, let's take a jaunt through the woods. I kept saying, I'll get them all on here. Then I kept looking like, okay, more are going to spawn. No, we still got plenty more. Still got plenty more. All right, we're going to have to make another trip. Just got to go through the woods here. So at this point, I am kind of glad that we're not going to have more grapes by putting down more vines, because that would just mean more material, which would be great, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of the potato production that we did on Hinterland, to where the pallets didn't hold that much for liters. Thank you, red car. So be careful of adding a lot of grapes to this production building. Or, I mean, I could put it on selling directly, but on hard economy, I would lose 30% of the sale. So at that point, I'm not making nearly the money I need to. Just trying to figure out my approach to this sell point, because as we know, it's a little difficult for me to get in there. I'm waiting for the cars to make up their mind which way they want to go. All right, I'm going to swing very wide into this field here. And last time, I'm going to hit these hedges every time with this truck, because I got to swing it wide. And trailer's not going to make it around the corner. Climb over the top. There we go. And that one is going to sell, I hope. Alright, so I didn't see how much money we brought in. May have been like 20 grand. I think we were at, what, 31? Or were we at 37? Alright, so maybe 16 grand, something like that. Well, I'm going to make a trip back to the vineyard. You see me do it once, mostly. it's going to be a struggle to load up all those again. So I'll meet you back here. We'll sell, hopefully, all the rest of the grape juice, red and white. And then I think we are pretty much done. You know what? Maybe we won't be done in February. Maybe we'll come down here with the T8 and the plow and plow up this cotton field and get it ready for next year. Or this year. Because we are into next year. All the barrels are on. And you're looking at it thinking, that's a lot there. 14,000 liters of juice is what we're hauling. It's a lot of barrels. Yeah, I don't think I want to bring over a telehandler or any kind of forklift to load these one at a time or four at a time even. It'd be frustrating. And I don't know why the autoloader won't pick them up. I think they're just on regular Euro pallets, but maybe they're not classified as Euro pallets. But the weird thing is that the autoloader can detect the product that is there. Well, let's get this all sold. Of course, I'm going to struggle getting into the zero sell point. I think the other spot I could have sold would have been at the restaurant, which probably would have been better for me, actually. We made it down to the restaurant, no problem. I'm going to hit that shrub every time. Looks like I got a little space there, but I don't. I do like this truck. It is just not made for these areas here. Alright, can't make it around the corner like before. Yep, we'll hop over that, and then... Alright, I think I sold everything. I don't think anything fell off. So, I think, yeah, overall, we did get our 50,000. No environmental score bonus because we're not running precision farming. So, whatever the stock market page shows that we should get for selling at that time is what we got. Honey should be actually at a pretty good price right now as well. Ooh, should I be selling the honey? Probably should be, actually. Where's the honey on this market page? Honey. Okay, it says March. Price is still going up. Alright, so we'll leave that there. We'll leave that there like that. And I think we're going to wrap up today by grabbing the T8, which I did park up here. I thought I was done with the plow, but as you saw, we got that cotton field. Technically, we don't need to plow the cotton field. But as farmers have told us before, stalks that long, you need to knock them down. So we're going to go ahead and plow it. And somebody did ask, I need to plow after a cereal crop too. Which one is it? Technically, like cotton, we don't need to plow after any cereal crop, but I think you're probably talking about sorghum. Sorghum kind of acts the same way as cotton does, where you get the material off the stalk and the stalk stays there. That would be sorghum. Wheat, barley, oats, all those base game crops. When you harvest them, it takes down the whole shebang, takes down everything. Yeah, the honey, I think we'll go ahead and sell that next month. The sugar, the candy shop, we got plenty of material in there to use all the sugar that we are producing. So we got strawberries, and then we got just regular candy. And there might be another one there, but I can't remember which one. But anyways, we don't need all that honey. And I think instead of having the honey pile up, we'll go ahead and just bring that on down and sell it. That car is going to just take its time making that corner, but that's fine. Everyone here is just sightseeing. Did I turn off allow create fields? I did. This is not going to take us long at all. So I think this upcoming year, we're going to plant potatoes in the same field we did before, along with where the wheat field was last year, up by our beehives. So we'll have 2 potato fields. That way we should be able to go through all the oil that we'll have. Potato chips seem to bring in a decent amount of money. And I'm not going to repay, I don't think, any more off the loan for now. I got to get through planting season. So once May rolls around, I think May is the latest we'll probably be planting. We should be done technically in April. But once we get done with all the planting, so I know that we got all of the seed and fertilizer bought for planting, and then I got to fertilize the fields again. At that stage, then we'll know how much money we got, and then of course sooner rather than later we should be making more products again to sell. But I just got to make sure we got enough money to get us through the planting season. We do have some clothes to sell. I think we saw 4 pallets there. That's $10,000 a pop, so that's 40 grand. Yeah, the farm's going to be just fine, stay afloat. But of course, it's going to be better once we can get some of that loan paid off. And hopefully this year I can plant more of the corners. Oh yeah, we should do better as well, because once I upgrade my planter to roll and mulch the field as we plant, then we'll get our extra 5% yield off of that stats. And now that we got also a bigger sugar beet field, yeah, I do need to expand on that as well if I can. If I can't, then we'll just have to wait. I think sugar beet is planted in April is the first month. Sooner the better. So that's when I got to figure out if I want to expand. Actually, we can plant sugar beet next month. So it's at that point I got to figure out, do I want to buy the other fields before we plant? And I'm thinking, since we're almost out of sugar already, possibly. And if you're wondering, well, your plant hasn't gone through all the sugar beet yet to make sugar, what we can do with the extra sugar beet we're going to have this year is we can take some of the sugar beet, cut it up, and then we can produce sugar with cut sugar beet and sugar beet. So the sugar production will go through the sugar beet twice as fast, because we're going to have 2 different productions up and running to make sugar, which means more candy. And it's hard to say no to more candy. It's looking better already, getting these stocks taken down. Someone did say, when I was saying expand the fields for sugar beet, they said expand the cotton field. I would like to do that as well. Expand. I would like to buy that field right there and expand the cotton field so we can have more clothes. But I handcuffed myself a little bit with the money, but in all honesty, if I didn't spend all that money to begin with, I wouldn't have as many fields as we do now, along with all the productions. It was just spend happily at the beginning and find our way through for the next year or two until we can actually make headway. I think there is a mod out there that when you plow a field, you get a stage of fertilization on it. think someone may have mentioned that to me a while ago, maybe when I was doing Hinterland. But for now, we'll just get a stage of fertilization down when we plant. And then I'll have to go around with the 130 New Holland afterwards to fertilize. But not going to take us long to fertilize the fields. And that is the one reason I like precision farming a little bit, because when you plant, you get all the stages of fertilization down. Yes, in precision farming, that if you go in just before you harvest the crop again, because the crop when it grows in precision farming uses a little bit of fertilizer as it grows, which makes sense. So you want to add, it's a very little bit amount of fertilizer. Not enough for me to want to go back in all the fields and re-fertilize. I think I did on No Man's Land when we first started using precision farming near the end of that series. But since then, I really haven't gone back in the fields to re-fertilize. I don't do it on American Falls. Didn't really do it on Goldcrest Valley. Hinterland, I don't think I did it either. Yeah, but anyways, I like that because you plant, fertilize, and then you're done fertilizing, basically. Alright, raise this up. So, yeah, it's a matter of, do I want to buy this field and the other field? Now, there is a crop in this field currently, which is, it is canola. So, I mean, we could make oil out of that, which is a usable crop for us. The question I have is what condition. It is fully fertilized as well. Doesn't need to be plowed, and it doesn't need lime. Which I kind of forgot. The fields that were here don't need lime, but the parts around it that were not fields do need lime. So really, I could leave that field there, not buy it yet. But I could buy it just before it's ready for harvest. So, how much is this? I own that. I already own that. I didn't know that was together. We own that. Okay, so I don't have to worry about buying that. We own that. I knew that. Just want to see if you guys were paying attention. No one said anything. Am I going to have to... Is that vegetation going to stay there? It might. Alright, so I got allowed to create fields. Is it going to get rid of that vegetation? No, it is not. Well, I'm not going to go over it twice. So, I mean, it's allowing me to put the field there, but when I put the crop in, I think the vegetation is not going to affect anything, but it's just going to look terrible, right? So, construction, landscaping, plants. I just go with these just because it's easier to see. And then I'm probably going to have to do this little strip here. Kind of sucks because I am paying for this. Seen this on a few other maps as well, where there's some vegetation that just sticks around. Did that cost me like 10 grand to paint in something that I'm going to get rid of? I know there's going to be comments already. Just repay yourself for what you had to do. But right now, I'm going to leave it as is. Actually, I think it cost me almost 20 grand to plant flowers. Oh no. We'll be okay. So he says, it'll just take us longer to slowly dig out of this hole I put myself into. But I'm kind of glad. I was thinking about, should we buy these fields? I'm like, well, how much is that field? And it's like, no, you already own it. That'd have been kind of depressing to find that out, say, like a couple years down the road, where I finally was like, all right, let's buy that field over there, and then find out you already own it. So for about 3 years, you could have gotten maybe 30, 40,000 liters of sugar beet off the field each year. So we sold the juice. I'm just going to have to find a way to... I mean, it wasn't bad loading it by hand off camera. A little bit, but not that bad. It would be so much easier just to drive up and just auto-load it. But I did learn, as we saw, I can select what product I do want to auto-load. Usually I'm just grabbing everything. So maybe in the future, when there is a price difference of at one production building where I want to grab, let's say, canned carrots or canned parsnips, I just want the carrots, I can say, just give me the carrots. Carrots only, please. So I probably should throw down some limes. I think lime counts as 15% of the yield. And we do got the spreader. So I'll have to take care of that before we plant in this field in March. There, now it's looking a little bit bigger. And that canola field, like I said, we'll buy that. But we'll buy that when it's ready for harvest. We'll keep my money for now, because right now I got enough for another 3 months. But we do have money coming in slowly but surely every month, as we tend to do. But that is where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in Hinterland. Not Hinterland. What the heck? Hills of Tuscany. It's been a while since I did Hinterland. Yeah, but until next time, have a good one.